Well, in the early stages of launching desire, sometimes it is a bit dicey because in the contrasting experience, there is often some knowing what you don't want on your way to knowing what you do want. And you have to really know the process. You have to know that it is a 3-step process, and that in the knowing of what you don't want, there is an equivalent vibration of what you do want. In other words, on the other side of the wave. So the more you want something, the more its absence is uncomfortable. And the more the absence of something that you want is uncomfortable, the more you want it. But the whole process of deliberate creating is about deliberate vibration. It's about deliberately contouring your thought in order to achieve a vibrational frequency with who you really are, with what you really want. So we notice as we watch you that sometimes you are better at it than others. And sometimes you talk about it as if it is a sort of mind control. And it is to a certain extent, because focusing is about deciding. It's about determination. It's about deciding what you are going to think about and then thinking about it. But it's not only about that, because law of attraction plays a very big role in all of this. In other words, what you've recently been thinking about is active in your vibration. And what's active in your vibration sets up the parameters of what's available to you. So it's not like you can really know what you don't want and then just jump immediately to clarity about what you do want, even though it is known because it is the other side of the wave. But it's not known by you when you're focused upon what you really don't want. It is, however, known by the larger part of you, who you don't have access to right now when you're focused upon what you don't want. It's just such an interesting thing. So the harder you try from your place of knowing what you do not want, usually the more you stay in that vibration of what you do not want, because law of attraction just keeps feeding back to you more things like how you feel. And so the more you try to fix it, or the more you try to get clarity about it, the more you dig into it, usually the more active it is. And the more active it is, then the more stuff like it comes to you. And then you say, oh man, I ought to be able to control my mind better than this. And we say, no one can buck the current of law of attraction. It isn't about mind control. It's about finding a vibration that feels good to you, starting out as early as you can in the day or in the thought process about what you do want, and then maintaining the vibrational frequency of that as best you can and milking it from the place of feeling good. That really is the way that you shore up your vibration and hold yourself in the point of attraction that is most pleasing to you. This is the thing that we really want to emphasize. When you care about how you feel, your vortex will affect, it will cause, it will facilitate a manifestation that is seeable, hearable, smellable, tasteable, touchable. In other words, the manifestation hot on the heels of your alignment that you feel at first. So if you could just give up your need to see it before you believe it, and instead be willing to feel it and believe it before you see it. Esther had an image the other day of one of those big tractor things. There are all kinds of digger machines, but they have those wheels, those tracks. And she could see it dipping into the vortex and then causing a manifestation that, as she looked at the manifestation, caused her to get into the vortex. And because she's in the vortex, it affected the manifestation. And now she's viewing the manifestation, which caused her to get into the vortex. It was sort of like this cycle of alignment. The man on the tractor could not understand her captivation. Watching his wheel go around and round and round. Little did he know that it was a spiritual movement that she was having. Just understanding, because she's beginning to notice in a very powerful way that however she is feeling is affecting manifestation fast, what you feel affects manifestation fast. So if you're noticing something unwanted and feeling around it, it's affecting more manifestation fast. And you say, well, things aren't so good. Things could be a lot better. I don't like that, and I don't like that, and I don't like that, and I don't like that. And the universe says, well, then you're not going to like this, and you're not going to like this, and you're not going to like this, and you're not going to like this. And you say, right, I don't like that, and I don't like that, and I don't like that. I should call somebody. I should call somebody and ask them how they would like that, and that, and that, and that, and that. Because maybe if I drag someone else into my chain of pain, they'll take some of it and go off and bury it somewhere. And we say, no, that isn't the way it works. When you involve someone else, now you become more specifically focused upon what isn't wanted, which leads us to really what we think is the most important part of understanding how to connect with your vortex and how to stay in vibrational alignment with your vortex long enough that you begin to see the effect of the manifestations as quickly as now. You were following us earlier when we were talking about the problem creates an equivalent solution. You follow that? But they are different frequencies. So if you're fixated on the problem, you don't have access to the solution, not right now anyway. So the more you focus upon any problem, the more detailed it becomes. In other words, you get focused up on a problem and it comes from every direction. Have you noticed? Standing in line with strangers and they're talking about the very problem. Oh, I can't believe you're saying that. That just happened to me. So as you are focused with greater and greater detail upon the problem begins to gain more momentum. Now, it's a wonderful thing. It's also causing the solution to gain more momentum, but you're not a vibrational match to the solution, so the crevasse, the gap between where you are and who you really are gets wider and wider, and you feel worse and worse. So the more detailed you get, the more specific you get about a problem, the more you hold yourself in vibrational opposition to feeling good and to the solution to your problem and to being who you really are. And so if you are set on specific detail of unwanted things, that's what's going to come back to you. So you're just sort of holding yourself in that spiral of knowing what you don't want and getting more of it, knowing what you don't want and getting more of it, knowing what you don't want and getting more of it. Now, of course, you're not just doing that. You're focused upon a lot of things that you do want. But mostly you're not doing very much of it on purpose. And the reason you're not doing very much of it on purpose is because most everybody you know, 99% of human population is offering your vibrational frequency in response to what you're observing. So if something good happens, you offer a good feeling response and you goose a little bit more of that into your experience. But if something bad happens or if you see something unwanted, then you're filling your vibrational coffers with that, so to speak. So what we want you to understand is that when you have anything going on that is not wanted, whether it is mild or severe, that the more specific you are, the more severe it becomes. And that the answer to breaking that pattern is to not try to jump into the pure positive, because you can't, but to get general. And we're talking generally negative. So as you begin speaking generally negative instead of specifically negative, then this spiral that's got a grip on you begins to lose its grip. And you begin noticing right away by the feedback that comes back to you. Two kinds of feedback coming to you: emotional feedback and manifestational feedback. We really want you to think of manifestational feedback as the best friend that you've ever had, because what manifests is reflecting where you are. What manifests is reflecting what you are creating. What you are creating. What you are creating. Not what happened to you. Not what happened to somebody else. What you are creating, what you are creating, what you are creating, what you are creating. It would be like driving down the freeway. Esther does it frequently. And those little bumps on the side of the road that quite often awaken Jerry from his nap, because he knows that something could be going terribly wrong when he hears those bumps on the side of the road. And it would be like just completely ignoring the side of the road. Oh, I know it says don't enter, that it's one-way traffic coming the other way, but what the heck? Odds are I'll do all right. I'm alert. And we say, you just don't want to play with fire like that. When negative emotion is present, it's letting you know that you have entered a minefield where the likelihood of you observing more things that are going to hold you and cause you to be more specific is very great. So when you say, I'm going to pay attention to the way I feel, and I'm going to notice that the more general I am about something that doesn't feel good, that the better I feel. And then you begin noticing the manifestational evidence of that. Now you're on a roll. And now you have just stepped in, you've just clicked in to your maybe first, at least it's happening now, awareness of what deliberate creation really is deliberately feeling, is thinking and feeling. So now, as you find something that is generally negative, now do you know it is just so logical and simple for you to move into something that is generally positive. We're going to do this with any of you who are willing today about anything that is important to you if you want to move your energy on things. Because as you move into that generally negative place, it's fairly easy to move into a generally positive place. And when you do that, you're going to feel relief even in a stronger way. But the thing that you're going to notice is manifestations are going to come right around you as evidence that you have made that vibrational shift. One of our favorites ever, in that there has been so much obvious manifestation on the heels of vibrational work of different people who have been in the audience. Haven't you enjoyed that? And don't you love knowing that manifestation is so close on the heels that you could call it instant manifestation? And don't you want to begin observing the manifestations, wanted and unwanted, as you reflect back the vibrational stance that you had going? Don't you think that this understanding is going to put you in the driver's seat of everything that's going to be coming to you from now on? And aren't you eager to offer a vibration, a thought deliberately, and then watch the manifestation that follows? Aren't you eager to let the universe show you how you're doing? And aren't you willing to embrace it, whether it's wanted or unwanted, as you then explore the details of how it felt while you were generating the vibration of it, and how it felt as the manifestation came to show you what you'd generated? Don't you love knowing that you get to create how you feel because you get to create the thoughts you think, and that the manifestation will then reflect it back to you in real time? Don't you love knowing? Haven't you sometimes thought that what manifestations are down the road relationships, or down the road businesses, or down the road success, or down the road empires, or down the road improved bodily conditions? In other words, I want to lose 40 pounds. Well, hopefully that's going to be down the road. Because if you lose it today, it's going to hurt. So don't you love knowing that so many of these manifestations seem like these big pinnacle points, and that what manifestation also means is the conversation that I'm going to have when I leave this room. It also means the way people are going to treat me in traffic. It also means what I'm rendezvousing with from my memory. It also means the timing I'm going to have when the phone rings, whether the person that I'm picking up the phone and meeting with is the person that I really want to talk to. In other words, matching vibration, manifesting evidence of what I'm doing vibrationally. It is so delicious to interact with deliberate creation. And it is so delicious to interact on a leading edge discussion with those who have decided to be deliberate creators. It is our pleasure to play with you. And it is our absolute promise to you that what's waiting for you in your vortex is so close to be manifested that it's as soon as today that you will see the evidence of the work that you've done here. Lots of evidence. In other words, watch for it and note it. If we were standing in your physical shoes, the words that we would say several times as you're wrapping up this day: I am the creator of my own reality. I am the conjurer of my own mood. I am the keeper of my own attitude. I am the releaser of my own vibrational butterflies. And law of attraction is the master facilitator to match up those frequencies and to deliver to me manifestational evidence for one purpose and one purpose only: to help me in the deliberateness of my creative endeavor. There is great love here for you. And as always, we remain expectantly, joyously, full of anticipation of the wonderful things that you are on the brink of discovering inside the vortex.